What if these iconic anime items were in Jujutsu Kaisen? Let's talk about it. And welcome back to another beautiful Juju stroll. This one brought to you by Apocalypse, who asked for my opinion on what if we added these things to JJK. So the first thing he wanted to know about was the Potara earrings from DBZ, the fusion earrings, saying that if we got to have those right before the Shinjuku showdown, which two characters am I fusing to fight Sukuna? And this is a great question. And also, you can't pick Gojo as one of them, he said. So after thinking about this for a while, I do think there's a bunch of fun things you could do. But ultimately, I think any fusion has to include Yuta Akotsu. Like, he just gives you the most bang for your buck in terms of what you're getting. And so I was trying to think, okay, who would fuse best with him? And honestly, I think Kusakabe would be a really cool choice, because you're basically pairing like the golden child gifted with everything versus the guy who was gifted with nothing but still perfected it. You know what I mean? Strongest grade 1 sorcerer with no curse technique. So combine Kusakabe's mastery of the fundamentals with all of Yuta Akotsu's gifts. I think that might be our best bet. But I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on who you think the best fusion would be. Then Apocalypse's next question was, what if Kisame's Samihada sword was in JJK? And this is really cool because I think it would basically be a better version of the inverted spear of heaven, because it could absorb chakra and kind of cancel out certain abilities in Naruto, right? Which kind of sounds like the inverted spear. But if it's also absorbing cursed energy in this context, that's really powerful, right? So I would give this to obviously Maki or Toji, or maybe Yuta. Like, if we could somehow incorporate that into his copy ability, like maybe him stealing the cursed energy of others would let him then wield it, or perhaps copy their techniques that way if he absorbed them. I think there's some cool potential there. And then finally, Apocalypse wanted to know what I think the Pokédex would be like in JJK. And so the first thing I thought of was it would be cool if it was like cursed spirit manipulation where you could summon all of the different Pokemon, but that's not really what the Pokédex did, right? It was basically just a source of information. So honestly, if we're putting it in JJK, I think it would be similar. Like, maybe it would just be a curse tool that somehow could tell you all about like a cursed spirit if you came up and scanned it. Like, kind of like the Six Eyes, honestly, but in cursed tool form, where if you scan something with it, it'll give you a bunch of information about what it is, what its curse technique is, and maybe stuff like that. But again, I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts on this.